Whether I should feel relieved or anxious about that, the end result is that he won't be able to hurt anyone else. I'd call that a victory. Maybe daytime television isn't so bad after all. The younger of the two, an offender whom police had previously been unable to attach a name to, was found with his throat slashed. Police believe that the young man bled out within minutes and died at the scene. Died at the scene, huh? The older of the two is still yet to wake up, and police have been unable to confirm the identity of their assailants. Given that this wound appears to have been dealt from behind, however, police do not expect a positive identification. Well, hooray for me. I may not be able to clean clothes or cook real food, but at least I can blindly commit and get away with horrific crimes. That's something, I guess. One witness is currently in police custody, but due to their age, police refuse to disclose the person's identity. Given the proximity of the crime scene in regards to a nearby high school, we believe that... A witness, huh? I have no doubts regarding the identity of this witness. The question is, will she talk? They did use the term witness, meaning they know she saw something, but she wouldn't rat me out, would she? You're deluding yourself. Is it really so far-fetched? I helped her, she helps me. That's how it works, right? Right? Yes, I know I'm right. There's no need to fret over this or to worry about what might happen. I've done nothing wrong. Desperate to distract myself, I showed up at Andre's gym, noon, on the dot, soon meeting up with my usual sparring partners. In addition to Andre teaching me grappling, Marcus had drafted a couple of boxers interested in teaching a new recruit the basics. I'd only engaged in a few sessions with each of them, since I'm currently receiving training every second or third day, but we quickly warmed up to one another nonetheless. I greeted the trio and received my training gear, quickly changing and joining them ringside. Since they spend most of their time at the gym, at least from what I gather, nobody here should have heard a word about my earlier exploits. Moreover, since Marcus is yet to arrive himself, my absence from work this morning should also be unknown to those present. Thinking those optimistic thoughts, my training for the day began. My training followed the same motions as ever. Andre and I tried to knock one another to the floor, after which point we attempted to make the other one tap out. After half an hour or so of uncoordinated grappling, Andre explained in detail how to perform specific holds and breaks while demonstrating on my body, thereafter asking that I mimic what he showed me. Part of the way through today's uncoordinated grappling, however, we were interrupted by an unusual sight. Jesus Christ, what the hell happened to you? Nice to see you too, buddy. I don't suppose you got any spare medical kits lying around. Yeah, sit down a minute, we'll take care of you. Andre motioned for the two boxers to help Marcus into the next room, presumably to begin patching him up. Their footsteps slowly became inaudible, leaving just Andre and I outside the ring. That's what happens when your partner decides to skip work. How did you... The two of you always arrive together. The one day you don't, he walks in covered in injuries. It doesn't take a genius to figure it out. I've been coming here long enough, but Andre is right. Whatever I do show up, Marcus is right by my side. As for his other point, however, I know I should have been there, but he's been collecting since before I showed up, right? When we went out, it didn't even seem like he needed a partner. Yeah, well, before you showed up, I was the one making collections. Marcus was the one supporting me. He wanted to prove that he has what it takes, so I let him take the lead, as long as he agreed to bring you with him. You aren't the only one who's still in training, you know. Damn it. I thought Marcus could take care of himself, but it turns out I was paired with him for more than just my own training. Now, because I forced him to fend for himself in an extremely risky job, Marcus is in need of medical attention. I didn't think for a second about his safety when I ditched work this morning. The thought that he might get injured never even registered.